I took a paid vacation off for today to go whitewater rafting 3 hours from here. And because I'm sick, I'm actually just staying home, wasting my time. Anyways, I'm here to talk about choice band Kyurem Black in Gen 5 OU and how crazy it is that this mon can just do whatever the fuck it wants in this metagame. And it's kind of where I got the name Kevin Durant from, KB. I just love Kyurem Black. So we get into this game here. This team I made myself. I don't know if this is a sample team or whatever, but I kind of like the overall theme of it, drag mag style. I like the color scheme, half blue, half red. Just kind of fun that it worked out that way. Now, first thing I see at his team is that like the fastest threat here is Alakazam. Excadrill, not really a huge threat because speed boosting abilities are banned in Gen 5 OU. If you're not familiar with the gen, it has undergone a lot of changes. So speed boosting abilities, not really a thing. And the team is relatively slow. I look for Magnezone threats that I could possibly pull in. Excadrill's one of them. Skarm, one of them. I don't know. I can't remember if I'm like Balloon or Scarf on Magnezone. But regardless, I just sending Kyurem Black straight up, right? Because let's say Alakazam gets out there first. It's not OHKOing Kyurem Black. The bulk on Kyurem Black just is good enough where it could survive one hit and then it could just hit back even harder with an Outrage or Dragon Claw. Now, Alakazam's probably sashed. So if I did see Alakazam, I'd probably hit Dragon Claw, not Outrage. That way I'm not locked in. Doesn't matter. Skarmy gets in first. And you might be thinking to yourself, Kyurem Black gets Fusion Bolt. You could just click Fusion Bolt. But in my mind, Fusion Bolt does 0 to Mamoswine. Fusion Bolt does 0 to Excadrill. And Skarmory still lives Fusion Bolt. Skarmory, paired with Sturdy most of the time. So I do a sort of mid-ground option. And I just fucking rip an Outrage. Look at that damage, bro. Look at that. He's at 45% from Outrage. No crit, no nothing. This Tuco's. He can't cuss that berry. If you're not familiar with cuss that berry allows you to move first if you're under 25%. And what can Skarmory do back? Skarmory is not OHKOing Kyurem. Skarmory is not threatening Kyurem. Skarmory is not T-waving Kyurem. He's probably just setting up hazards. You might be wondering why is Skarmory taking so much from a physical move like that. Skarmory's often Spadef invested. This is the first sample set that you get, so this is pretty common, where you'll get Spadef invested Skarm leads. And even if it is lead, like this probably would have been dead. Oh, no HP investment. No, nothing. So I noticed that it does over half. I'm like, this is great, right? And the thing is that if he switches into any other mon, that's also getting a huge lick. So again, I just rip it, boom. I'm up a mon, and confusion happens. Now, some people might think confusion's bad. But once you KO a mon, you kind of want the confusion to happen because now you're able to pull the Kyurem out, right? As I do here. So this is kind of like a free Scizor switch-in. What can Tyranitar do here to Scizor, right? Unless it's like special or mixed, running flamethrower, fire blast, doesn't really do much. Superpowers into Caesar. This is a free U-turn, even if he doesn't superpower. Kind of a bad play on T-Tar. Switches out. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Oh, this was the switch in. Oh, he superpowered into my Kyurem. That's right. It's still a free U-turn from Caesar because he has to switch out, or else he loses his T-Tar. I think my Caesar is like metal coat, whatever boosts the metal moves. That way my bullet punch is stronger. It's either that or choice band. Wow, my Caesar roost. I didn't even know I was like that. Unfortunately, it gets wisped. Doesn't really matter. I use Caesar a lot for pivoting or just late game cleanup. But this U-turn is great because it allows my Kyurem Black to get in another lick. Right? Pivoting moves are great in allowing Kyurem Black to get in more hits. And this is slower. This is not living choice band outrage. So it's either switch and something gets hit for a lot, or just stay in and die. Jelson chooses to stay in and die. That's what happens. Just get deleted. T-Tar comes in. Outrage goes into T-Tar. Oh my gosh, bro. Look at that. Look at that. He doesn't want to risk Excadrill getting hit for a shit ton. So he puts in T-Tar, thinking he could go in and soak it up. Nah, he can't. And the thing is that it doesn't even kill. It doesn't even kill. Even after 25% of Kyurem's health is gone, it doesn't even kill. Luckily, Sandstorm gets in. You know, it was like, whatever. Right. At this point, it's a free U-turn. T-Tar chooses to stay in. Blissey comes out. I don't want Zam coming in. I kind of want to force this, and it's kind of like cleanups from here, right? I'm up 5-3, hard to lose from this position. And yeah, I think I clean up with Scarflatias. Yep, and then Surf Excadrill all the way. All done, easy. Next game, Kyurem Black. Once again, this is like a weird team here. I just want to showcase again Kyurem Black's excellence in just blowing up anyone's strategy. Faster than Excadrill, straight up, unless it's scarfed. Chooses to switch out, doesn't matter. Just doesn't matter. Just delete. Snorlax. You can get these hands, bro. Delete. Right? This is what I'm talking about. It's confused. You know, that doesn't mean I'm going to hit myself. Just outrage again. Fuck it. Hydreigon, you can get these hands. I don't know why you're not faster than me, but you can get these hands. Takes Crobat to kill him, but that's 4 Mons to 1. I actually want to look this up. Hydreigon, 98 speed. And then Kyurem Black, 95 speed. Oh, so he must have been not a speed. He must have not have been a speed nature. He must have been greedy and picked a special attack nature. But just look at the damage that Kyurem Black can do, right? If you're not faster than this thing and you can't OHKO, it's raps. It's raps. This is genuinely a super fun mon to play. You can wall break into almost anything, and Gen 5 specifically Kyurem Black, because there's no fairies that can stop you, right? You're not locked into outrage into a fairy. This is the only gen where you can just click outrage and you face minimal consequence. Let's go into another match here. Again, we see a Sand team, T-Tar, Excadrill, Zam. I don't even know what I lead here. Caesar, okay. And I think I just want to pivot into my Kyurem Black here. Gengar comes in. I just want to threaten that. Here I'd probably U-turn, right? I try to trap here with Magnezone. Goes back into Gengar. Doesn't matter. It probably just dies here. Oh, I see where this is. Okay. T-Tar. What can T-Tar do here that could threaten Magnezone? Right? Superpower. EQ. Or it could choose to understand that Magnezone probably not staying in on T-Tar. Probably wants to conserve Magnezone for Caesar or Excadrill. And chooses to go for rocks. But instead, I switch in Kyurem Black. Now, remember, Superpower doesn't kill Kyurem Black unless T-Tar's probably like max attack invested. But even then, I'm not even sure if that kills. So I have no problem switching Kyurem Black into this. And I just go for Outrage. Fuck it. Outrage. Superpower goes. Again, doesn't kill. I still get another lick. Boom, just like that. Now Confusion hurts here. Because regardless, rocks are up, I probably won't be getting another second chance at using Kyurem Black. So I just choose to sack it here. But switching into slower Mons is just like that. Right? Into Mons that aren't really threatening. You could do that with Kyurem Black. The bulk is there to just take a hit and do significant damage. And you don't really have a worry in the world for that. Go through. I think I do win this game off of Scarf Latias. We have another one here. This one's great. So if we go to the first game, right? Again, Kyurem Black, send it out first. Outrage goes off into Rotom, does 93% damage. Now, Will-O-Wisp here probably would have, kind of mattered in the late game. Right? It probably wouldn't deal as much damage here to Excadrill, but it would still deal a hefty chunk. 19%. If I'm going to have Outrage damage, Outrage is 120. This is probably still doing near half. And if I got another Outrage, it's probably like 2-coing. If not 2-coing, I'm probably leaving Excadrill around near death. Confusion happens. Keldeo comes out. And I conserve Kyurem. Usually I let Kyurem die. This is kind of like a hyper offense sort of team, right? This is Choice Band, Choice Specs, and then Latias' Choice Scarf. Very clearly hyper offense. And like a couple pivoting Mons, right? Scizor, and then you have a special wall, and then a Trapper. Now right here is great because after I get a U-turn off with Scizor, he's gonna sack his Rotom here. He probably thinks the Rotom's like done for. He just wants the turn priority, right? I go into Latias. Easy trapping for T-Tar. If you're unaware, T-Tar loves coming in on Latios or Latias because Pursuit does so much damage. The special defense boost that T-Tar gets can allow Latias to tank, or can allow him to tank any Latias or Latios hits. And most Latias or Latios sets are scarfed, which allows T-Tar to continue to pursue or switch into a favorable position. But my Latias set has Healing Wish, which allows me to get, you see the pursuit there, which allows me to get another Kyurem Black. So remember that Will-O-Wisp from before? It wouldn't even matter in the late game. I know I said that it probably would have, but the thing is that if you paired Kyurem Black with Healing Wish, you just get a second Kyurem Black. And then from here, right? He's scared. He doesn't want to lose T-Tar for some reason. He probably wants to conserve T-Tar for the Latios in the back here. Goes into Landorus. Attack drop. You know, mid health. Still kills. Still kills. T-Tar comes back in. Does over half, even with the attack drop. Still does over half. Caesar comes in, freest U-turn ever. He probably just sacks it. He can't even go to Celebi. He can't go to Keldeo because Latios would just switch in here. And then Magnezone just sacrifices. Specs Latios does just 2-Ko's most things. And cleans up from there. Caesar does his job. We have one more replay I'd like to show. Kyurem Black can be a late game cleaner. Now, most of these clips were, you know, early game. Kyurem Black just sending it out there. You don't even see me put hazards up. I set Kyurem Black up for first turn. This is a different team I'm also running. This is more balance-ish. With Lando, T-Tar coming in and trying to provide some bulk to the team. With Lando being like a physical check, and then T-Tar being a special check. I digress. Here we into a late game. Reuniclus pretty bulky, probably will tank. T-Tar, Latios, Magnezone kind of weak here. Reuniclus forced to play a read, right? He knows I want to go into T-Tar. This is my check. I think it's Scarf T-Tar. Gets the read perfectly. Focus Blast. Kyurem Black comes in. Everything here is slower. Everything here is slower, right? So if I were to eliminate what's this? Zam and Latios with T-Tar, right? If I were to trap them, trap and remove the fast threats and leave only the slow Pokemon, even Pharaoh, you could just send in Kyurem Black to clean up. Boom, 100 gone, bro. 100 gone. And Reuniclus is not like a weak mon, right? Reuniclus 110 HP. And you know, like the defense 75, that isn't bad either. You could get this to over 250 if with bulk. Like that, like 100, bro. 100. Anyways, this is my stance on Kyurem Black. How much I love this mon. If you guys haven't tried out this mon in Gen 5 OU yourself, I strongly recommend you guys gotta play him just to see how fun it is. You just click Outrage and just let him do his thing, right? You create walls. If you guys hate stall, throw on Choice Band Kyurem Black. You are tearing up their walls here, right? If they go for Toxic, if they go for like T-Wave, that's just a wasted turn. Kyurem Black can just rip through, right? If you Toxic it, okay, Kyurem Black's not supposed to survive. Kyurem Black is supposed to create walls. Or, sorry, Kyurem Black is supposed to create holes in those walls. If you T-Wave it, Kyurem Black's already slow. Kyurem Black doesn't matter. You know, the only thing you gotta fear is Will-O-Wisp. And even then, if you pair Kyurem Black with like a Healing Wish or Aromatherapy, Kyurem Black can get thousands of second chances. Pair it with pivot mons like Caesar or Rotom Wash. You allow Kyurem Black to get into so many good spots, so many good positions, and you could just click Outrage. That is my spiel on Kyurem Black. That is where the name comes from, Kevin Burant. KB. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully this wasn't too long. Let me know if you guys want more, if you guys want other gens, if you guys have any other recommendations I could do, whether covering what gens I should cover, what formatting I should do, if my video should be longer, just let me know. This has been CKB, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed.